Republic Act Number 8353.
Rape is a serious criminal offense in the Philippines punishable under the Revised Penalty Code and Public Act Number 8353, also known as the Anti-Rape Law of 1997. Understanding the grounds for rape is essential for both prevention and legal action. The legal definition of rape has changed substantially since the late 20th century. The traditional definition was narrow with respect to both gender and age. Rape was an act of sexual intercourse by a man with a woman against her will. As rape is now understood, a rapist of a victim may be an adult or either gender of a child. Although rape can occur in same-sex intercourses, it is most often committed by a male against female. There is also an increasing tendency to treat as rape an act of sexual intercourse by a husband with his wife against her will, and to consider forced persuasion and sexual slavery as form of rape. Rape is often explained or excused as manifestation of racial, ethnic, and class treated, or as stemming from a partial system in which women are viewed on the property of men. Whatever its origins, rape is a serious crime and it's treated as a felony in most countries with a common law system.
Victim is under 18 years of age and committed by the victim's parent, ascendant, step-parent, guardian, or relative by consanguinity or affinity within the third civil degree, or with the common law spouse of the victim's parent, that the offender commits an act of sexual assault is committed by any of the following means: by inserting his penis into another person's mouth or anal orifice, or by inserting any instrument or object into the genital or anal orifice of another person. That the act of sexual assault is accomplished under any of the following circumstances: by using force and intimidation when the woman is deprived of reason or otherwise unconscious.
Rape is committed in two ways. One, through sexual intercourse, known as organ rape or penile rape. In this type of rape, the central element is carnal knowledge. Two, by sexual assault, known as instrument or object rape or gender-free rape.
Carnal knowledge, more touching by the penis of the vagina's labia, already constitutes carnal knowledge. The carnal knowledge has been defined as the act of a man having sexual bodily connection with a woman or the sexual intercourse. An essential ingredient thereof is the penetration of a female sexual organ by the sexual organ of the male. In cases of rape, however, more proof of the entrance of the male organ into the labia of the pudendum or lips of the female organ is sufficient to constitute a basis for conviction. Force, threat, and intimidation. In rape cases alleged to have been committed by force, threat, or intimidation, it is imperative for the prosecution to establish that the element of voluntariness on the part of the victim be absolutely lacking. The prosecution must prove that force or intimidation was actually employed by the accused upon his victim to achieve his end. Force, as an element of rape, must be sufficient to consummate the purposes which accused has in mind. On the other hand, the intimidation must produce fear that if the victim does not yield to the bestial demand of the accused, something would happen to her at that moment or even thereafter, as when she threatened death if she report the incident.
Article 266A. Rape is committed 1. By a man who shall have carnal knowledge of a woman under any of the following circumstances: A. Through force, threat, intimidation. B. When the offended party is deprived of reason or otherwise unconscious. C. by means of fraudulent machination or grave abuse of authority. And D. When the offended party is under 12 years of age or is demented even through none of the circumstances mentioned in above be present. Second, by any person who under any of circumstances mentioned in the paragraph 1 shall commit an act of sexual assault by inserting his penis into another person's mouth or anal orifice, or any instrument or object into the genital or anal orifice of another person. Article 266b. Penalty of rape. Whenever the rape is committed with the use of a deadly weapon or by two or more persons, the penalty shall or reclusion perpetua to death. When by reason or on the occasion of the rape, the victim must become insane, the penalty shall become reclusion perpetua to death. When by reason or the occasion of the rape, homicide is committed, the penalty shall be death. The death penalty shall also be imposed if the crime of rape is committed with any of the following aggravating, qualifying circumstances.